Casted Crowns Inc. Here's another one for you guys. This particular message is addressing the young men, the gentlemen out there who are thinking about someday finding that special lady for yourself. Some pointers for you guys, all right? This is coming from a man who's been married for almost 2 decades, actually over 2 decades, right? Father to sons and daughters. These are some things that I've picked up throughout being a married man for so long. Also from my counterparts, and I've seen what it is that's worked for them, and I've also seen what it is that didn't work for them. I've also seen what it is that worked for me and what it was that didn't work for me. So to you young kings out there, this message is for you. Number one, if you're looking for a good woman, you have to know how to identify a good woman. The pot or the plot or the lot of which you are investigating, searching, looking into to find that good woman has to be where only good women are accepted. It has to be a place where good women go to gather. It has to be a place that's already going to weed out the negative bad women that you don't want. Because if you're looking in the same group of where the bad women are, then what exactly are you looking for? You also want to make sure that when you're looking for this good woman, that you yourself have something good about you, right? So that way, the good in you is going to attract the good in her, and the good in her is going to attract the good in you. So you want to be compatible. You want your compatibility to be something that's good about you and good about her, right? So let's move on. That was step one. That's automatically going to rule out looking on social media where she's advertising herself to anybody and everybody who just isn't good, right? So if she's selling herself or her appearance to anybody and everybody, who's going to be the crowd that she's attracting? Now, if you're a part of that crowd that she's attracting, you can't look for good and you won't be labeled amongst what is good. So you're going to have to know you got to stay away from stuff like that. You got to stay away from the hub. You know what that is. You got to stay off of that. You can't give your power and your strength over the things that have no value, right? So get back on track. Now, like I said, we're looking for a woman that's good for you. Keep in mind, this woman that's good for you, this is a woman who you're giving your identity to. She's not going to rule it. She's not going to take it over. She's going to bear your name. Okay? And that is something that has to mean the world to you. She's going to bear your name. This is a family that she is going to part with you, and that family is your last name. This is a woman who you're going to want to be the mother of your children, right? And these children are going to bear your last name. So if you're looking for a good woman, a woman who you're so happy with, you're so comfortable with, you've grown to understand that you want this woman to be a part of your life for the rest of your natural life as you know it to be, and you want your children to grow up and admire this woman, and you want to look at this woman with that same glow in your eyes all the rest of your life, then you know you're on the right track. You want to protect this woman, you want to care for this woman, and you want this woman to love you. You want this woman to make you feel so special because you recognize exactly how special you are. And anything else will not be tolerated by you. So we need to have standards about ourselves, gentlemen. Another thing that we most certainly need to make sure that we lock down, that's our discipline. The minute we get on top of our discipline, the minute we actually have passion for things that's actually good and of substance as opposed to sports and entertainment, who's this and who's that, who's the best one, whose era is this and whose era is that, later for all of that. You got to have passion for things that matter, and you've got to demand respect, right? You've got to demand respect. You can, of course, be a person that's fun-loving. You could be a person that has a sense of humor. You want your special lady to match your sense of humor. You want your special lady to accent what it is that you've got going on. But you got to make sure you stand for respect, because you are one and only. So seeing that you are one and only, you have to be treated as such. This is your queen and you are her king, right? And it is called a kingdom for a reason. So you yourself have to be some form of dignitary. You have to exercise your life with a sense of nobility. And that is what, when you find this woman, you're going to have conversations with this woman in the beginning stages about exactly who it is that you are, and find out things about her and make sure these things work. You want to make sure that y'all work well together, both highs and lows. You have to get through those times, because as long as this path is that's behind me, that's how long your relationship should be if you're actually successful at it. So you want to succeed with her. Some qualities you want to look for in this woman is that she agrees with you. She's nurturing. Keep in mind, she also should have some form of educational background. Now, that doesn't mean by degrees. That means that she likes to be educated, she likes to receive information, and she likes to carry along the information that she's been given, because this is going to be the first teacher to your children. So you want that woman, that beautiful woman, that wife of yours that's going to carry your name, that's going to carry your identity, that's going to reflect you. You want that woman to teach your children. You don't want that woman to put your children in front of a phone for 4 hours and walk away. You want your children to learn something magnificent about themselves. And that starts off with who their father and their mother is. So these are some steps that we just want to share with you guys and start off with that. All right? So again, to my young men, my young kings out there, my men who may be single out there, brothers that's out there looking for a good woman, you got to know where to look, and you got to be able to identify what exactly is good. Don't trace the crowd, and as the saying goes, don't follow the butt. Casted Crowns, Inc.